What is the easiest prop firm that you can get funded with? When we say easiest, we mean their funding rules, the risk parameters, the profit targets, the pricing, any hidden rules, all these are included. Now, if you have ever thought about this question, then we have the answer for you, because in today's video, we're gonna be reviewing Got Funded Trader. The Got Funded Trader is a highly reputable firm. There is no complaint about their payouts rejection, as well as no complaint about the slippage in the accounts. Especially the recent event that happened with the Funded Trader program and Skill Funded Trader, how the founder of the Funded Trader program, Angelo, he ended up shutting down the Funded Trader as well as the Skill Funded Traders. Both were with Eastern Tech. So we have to be very careful now when we're gonna be choosing the right prop firm for us. So what we recommend that you do, go with the prop firms that are funding trader for a longer time. They're not rejecting payouts. There are no complaints about slippage, no hidden rules. That's why we are reviewing Got Funded Trader today. But just before we deep dive into the review, if you are new to the channel, you know what to do. Consider hitting the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. And if you haven't joined our free Telegram group where you can ask any question that you have regarding prop firm, link is in description. Now let's deep dive into today's video. The easiest prop firm to get funded, they fund you up to $800,000 with no time limit restriction, and first payout can be on demand. Now why we said first payout can be on demand, we will talk about that in a bit. So with Got Funded Trader, you have the option for payout on demand, no time limit. You can get profit split up to 95%, no minimum simulated trading days, best virtual profit target in the industry. We will have a look at that as well. $0 commission on indices and crypto, not on Forex, but on indices and crypto. 1 and 2 step challenge available, no hidden rules, up to 800K in funding, raw spreads. You can hold your trades over the weekend. Your trades will be automatically closed when you will reach the profit target on the challenge phase. You get swap free option as well. If you do not like to pay swap, you can get the swap free account from Got Funded Trader, and account size they start from $5,000 all the way up to $200,000. Another thing to mention here is news trading is also allowed. Now how does the payout on demand work with the Got Funded Trader is that you can request your payout just after the 24 hours of you executing your first trade, but you have to have at least 3% profits on your account, but this is only when you are gonna be requesting for the first time. Now at this stage, if you are up 3% and it's been more than 24 hours since you executed your first trade, you have now the option. You can either take out the funds, but you will only get 40% profit split, or you can wait for a weekly, bi-weekly, or even a monthly payout, depending on whether you are taking weekly payout option as an add-on during the checkout phase or not. But the very first profit split, if you go for payout on demand, it's only gonna be 40%, when in general the profit split with Got Funded Trader, it starts from 80%. So you're gonna be leaving 40% on the table if you decide to request for the first payout, having at least 3% on your account, and you're only going to be getting 40% out of that. All these details are mentioned here in the section withdrawal on demand. Now they have two different challenge models, 2-step evaluation and 1-step evaluation. And in this 2-step evaluation or 1-step evaluation, you can either go for the normal account, which is the swap account, or you can go for the swap free account. So if you're a Muslim trader and you do not want to pay interest when holding the positions overnight and over the weekend, you can simply choose swap free account, but it's gonna be a little bit expensive. So make sure that you decide what you wanna do. Now looking at their 2-step evaluation model, they have 3 different funding models in the 2-step evaluation and only 1 funding model of the 1-step evaluation model. So let's start with the 1-step evaluation first. As it is a no time limit, so the only name is here no time limit. You get the option to either choose Mesh Trader or Think Trader. Now keep in mind that MetaGods, it doesn't work with the prop firm industry anymore. So you cannot trade with MetaTrader 4, MetaTrader 5 anymore if you want to take the funded account with any firm in the industry. So you have the option here just for Mesh Trader and Think Trader. Now the minimum account size in the 1-step evaluation is not $5,000. Instead, it is $15,000. However, the maximum account remains the same. It is $200,000. Now let's say that you decide to take a 200K account. It's up to you whichever you want to take. But assuming the profit target is going to be 10% in all the account sizes, on a 200K account, the profit target is going to be $20,000. No minimum trading days requirement, and also no maximum trading days requirement. That's why the name here is no time limit. You get 4% daily drawdown limit and 6% overall drawdown limit. Now, one thing to be noted here that this maximum drawdown, which is 6%, it is a trailing drawdown. It's not mentioned here, but it is a 6% trailing drawdown. And you get 1:30 leverage. Once you complete the single phase evaluation, you then receive the funded account. Now here, the first profit split, it's gonna be after 30 days. Risk parameters will be the same, leverage will be the same, and you can go with either the 80% default profit split, or you can choose up to 95% profit split as an add-on during the checkout phase. We will see that in a bit. So the $15,000 account of one-step evaluation is going to cost you $170. $25,000 account is going to cost you $230. $50,000 one-step evaluation account of God Funded Trader is going to cost you $339. $100,000 account is going to cost you $590, and their $200,000 account is gonna cost you $1,050. Okay, so now we are on the checkout phase just to show you the extra add-ons that you can take. So on the one-step evaluation, the 200K account is by default cost you $1,050, and that's before any promotion of the God Funded Trader program. Now the 90% profit share is gonna cost you extra 20%. Overall, the price is $1,050. It depends on the account price. If you are gonna take $15,000 account, of course that's going to be a 20% off a $15,000 account price, not the price of $1,050. So 20% extra will be for the 90% profit split. If you're gonna go for bi-weekly payout on one-step evaluation, it's gonna be 15% extra. You can choose it, but I think it's very expensive. And for the weekly payouts, you will have to pay 30% extra. So let's say that if I take this option that I want to go for the weekly payout, then just these two options, it's gonna bring the price from $1,050 to $1,575. That's a bit of an expensive account, to be honest. However, you can just not choose this option and go with the standard one-step evaluation without any add-on. Then of course prices will be what I mentioned on the main page. Now looking at their two-step evaluation, they have no time limit two-step evaluation, and they also have classic two-step evaluation. I want to start with the God two-step evaluation now. As the name God Funded Trader, so let's start the two-step evaluation by God funding model. Here the minimum account size is $8,000 and the maximum account size is $100,000. Again, Match Trader and Think Trader, both options are available. Let's say that you take a 100K account. Phase 1 profit target is going to be 8%. Phase 2 is going to be 6%. Instead of 5%. Now the reason why they have 6% phase 2 profit target is because that's the cheapest account in the industry. Having 4% daily drawdown and 10% overall drawdown with no time limit restriction at all, and having a leverage of 1:50, this 100K account is gonna cost you $398. That's before any promotion. So $398 for a 100K account is definitely the cheapest in the industry. Their $8,000 account is gonna cost you only $54, which is the God funding model of the two-step evaluation. $15,000 account is gonna cost you $94. $25,000 account is gonna cost you $144. And $50,000 account is going to cost you $238. Now again, the reason why there is a 6% profit target on phase 2 of the evaluation, they just increased the phase 2 profit target, decreased the daily drawdown by 1% instead of 5%, which is the industry standard. They have 4% daily drawdown just because they are offering you the cheapest accounts, and that's with the God funding model of the two-step evaluation. Now if you go for the no time limit, that's the industry standard, 8% phase 1 and 5% phase 2 profit target, having 5% daily drawdown and 8% overall drawdown. Also with the God funding model, you can go for the first payout on demand. In the no time limit of two-step evaluation model, you get leverage up to 1:100. That means forex pairs are going to be having a different leverage, crypto will be different, indices will be different. And once you complete phase 1 and phase 2, you then reach the funded account stage where the profit split, it starts with 80%, but you can choose up to 95% profit split as an add-on. So the account size here in the no time limit of the two-step evaluation model is minimum $5,000 and the maximum $200,000. So let's say that you want to take a $5,000 account, it's going to cost you $50. $8,000 account will cost you $85. $15,000 will cost you $150. $25,000 no time limit funding model of the two-step evaluation is going to cost $200. $50K will cost $295. $100,000 is going to cost you $515, and $200,000 is going to cost you $930. Now you can definitely check the prices for all the add-ons in the checkout page for the no time limit funding model, for the God funding model. Now looking at the last funding model offered by God Funded Trader in the two-step evaluation, that's called Classic Challenge. Account sizes, they are the same. However, phase 1 profit target, instead of 8%, it is 7% here, and phase 2 remains the same 5%. Now the thing is, here daily drawdown is not 5% anymore, but they reduce the daily drawdown by 1%. So it is now 4% on all, like phase 1 and phase 2, and even on the funded account. Maximum drawdown is 8% for phase 1, for phase 2, and also for the funded account. And you have to make this 7% profit in 30 days time, and this 5% phase 2 profit in 60 days time. So it is basically the old funding model, you know, the industry standard back in the days that you had to make 10% or 8% profit in 30-35 days, then 5% in 60 days. So it's similar to that. Now $5,000 account here is going to cost you $45, and that's the cheapest among all. 8K will cost you $80, 15,000 will cost you $145, 25,000 will cost you $185, $50,000 is going to cost you $295, 100K is going to cost you $515, and $200,000 account is going to cost $985. Now the dashboard of Got Funded Trader, it's gonna look like this once you will take the challenge, and I think it's very decent. You know, you get the equity curve, you get the profit curve, you have the payout history, you have the leaderboard. So overall it's a good dashboard. You can compare the options between Got Funded Trader with the rest of these firms: FTMO, MyFundedFX, Top Tier, E8 Funded Next. Now if you go to the resources and you choose this payouts here, you can see some of the payouts that happened from their traders. However, I would recommend here Got Funded Trader that you can add every single payout that you have done so far since you started funding traders, just like the way True Forex Fund has a payout section where they have added every single payout since the start of True Forex Fund, and they keep updating it every single day. So if that can be done, that would be wonderful. Now you have the tool calculator again in the resources section, where you can put the instruments that you want to trade, the currency that you're trading, which is the US dollar, stop loss in pips, what is the account size, how much you want to risk, and it's going to calculate how much you should be risking. That's a very, very good feature that Got Funded Trader is offering you. You do not have to calculate manually. You do not have to use a third-party calculator. You can simply just use this lot size calculator offered by Got Funded Trader, and you will be good to go. Now in the scaling plan, how it works, that after 2 months and 4 payouts, they are going to increase your account by 15%, and also your profit split is now going to be 90% to you. They will increase maximum overall drawdown by 1% and also daily drawdown by 1%. After 4 months and total of 6 payouts, your account will be increased by 30%. Payout will remain the same. However, profit split will be the same 90%. However, you will have the option to get weekly payouts now. Maximum drawdown will be overall increased by 2% and daily drawdown will be increased by 2%. And they will give you a free challenge if you will fail the funded account. That's a very good feature. After 5 months and 10 payouts, they will increase your account by 40%. Profit split will be 92%. Maximum drawdown will be increased by 3%. Daily drawdown will be increased by 3%. Free challenge if you fail. They will give you $300 monthly salary from the account starting from $5,000 all the way up to $50,000, and for the accounts of $100,000 and $200,000, your monthly salary will be $500. And after 6 months, which is the last stage, however, first taking out 15 payouts from Got Funded Trader, you will then have funding up to $2 million, profit split of 95%, maximum drawdown will be increased by overall 4%, daily drawdown will be increased by overall 4% as well, and monthly salaries will be same, and also you will get free challenge if you fail the funded account. I highly recommend that you go to their facts section and read every single fact, the frequently asked question which is mentioned here. I need you to do it with every single firm. The reason why I'm saying that you have to now start reading every single fact, so that way you know if there is any rule that can make you lose the account. It is very important that you do your research thoroughly before you decide to take the challenge, and you should have been doing it before me saying this. So that was Got Funded Trader here on Prop Firm Insights channel. Let us know in the comment section what do you think about Got Funded Trader, and do you think they are legit and they pay out traders? If they do, are you gonna take the challenge? So that's it from this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching until the end. We will see you in the next video. Bye for now.